Okay, I'm here. So,
Ese Carlos no inició la transmisión, pero está negro.
¿qué cosa? Okay, I'm here.
No se ve la transmisión, se ve negro.
So,
Ese Carlos no inició la transmisión, pero está negro.
¿qué cosa? Okay,
No se ve la
so,
Ahorita ya no se ve la pantalla de Zoom, ¿o sí? Madre, ya debemos comenzar, ya van a ser las 5:30. Ahorita ya no se ve. Ya, no me escucho hablar. Ya iniciamos. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Sol Torres. I'm the CEO from IFMSA, and I want to thank you for joining us today. In this talk, we're accompanied by Lucas Walter, the mail-out from Belém, Brazil. He will talk to us about what it's like to be in an exchange in Brazil.
Hey, hello. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for inviting me. As you said, my name is Lucas. I'm currently the new out for the name Brazil. For those who don't know, that means that I'm the person that works with the outgoings for the scope programs for the name Brazil. And today I'm gonna do this presentation about everything that you need to know about our exchange program. So I'll just share my screen, and if you have any questions, I think we're gonna do at the end of the presentation, right?
Yes, exactly. We are gonna send a form, and then all of you, like the person that are watching right now, so you can send your questions, and we are gonna ask you. And then,
Okay, can I share my screen?
yes, 1 moment, please.
Oh, it says that the host disabled participant screen sharing.
Sorry, what?
It's written that the host disabled participant screen sharing. I think that you need to allow me to share my screen somewhere.
Yeah, I think now you can share.
Yeah. So let me see. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So okay. There is this QR code here that you can go to a folder. I don't know how to call it exactly about the name Brazil. So you can read it after the presentation, so you can have more details about everything. So I'll just give you a couple of seconds so you can read the QR code. So, okay. So I'll start the presentation telling you about the name. The name means Direção Executiva Nacional do Estudante de Medicina. It was founded in 1986. This year, the name is completing 35 years. It was founded during the military dictatorship in Brazil, and it was founded during this event that we call ESEM. We still do this event once a year to this day. This is a fun story because it's called Scientific Meeting of Medical Students, because if the dictatorship knew that people were talking about politics and rights and stuff like this, it wouldn't be allowed to be done. So because of that, it had to be called like scientific meetings, so they wouldn't know what we were doing in the event. And it's the same name until today. And the name represents every medical student in Brazil, even in the judicial scope. So we are a full member of IFMSA since 1995. So we have this internal division in the name that firstly, we have something that we call regional coordinator. That's every regional that you can see on the map has some people that do this. And it's basically when the university needs help with something, then they talk to the regional coordinator, and then we figure out how we're helping the university. So we have one in the north, two in the northeast, one in the central west, two in the southeast, and two in the south. It's not the same division as the geographical exactly, but it's kind of almost the same. And besides the regional division, we have the coordinations that for you and this presentation, the most important are CREX and SEV. CREX is the International Relationships Division inside the name. So it's like the head of delegation and people that deal with IFMSA stuff that are not exchange programs. So SCORE, SCOPE and stuff like this. And SEV is the actually exchange coordination. So I'm part of SEV. And then we deal with SCOPE, SCORE, and we have our internal exchange programs. And we have those other ones that's as medias, as plans. We have this coordination of education, coordination of culture and environment. And also we have what we call SED, that's our 3 presidents. So a little video.
When I say adeneia de quê, you say adeneia de luta. Are you ready? Adeneia de quê? De luta.
E adeneia de quê? De luta. E adeneia de quê? De luta.
Adeneia de quê? De luta. When I say adeneia de quê?
So here I just selected some pictures from different places in Brazil. The picture is kind of close to where the city is in the map. So as you can see, as Brazil is such a huge country, we have many different types of landscapes. So in the north of the country, you can see the Amazon rainforest and Manaus, Bonito in the central west with Brasilia, Pantanal and stuff like this. In the south, we have those places with a German culture kind of stuff. And we have the big cities in the southeast, that's like São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and also the historical ones in Minas Gerais, like Ouro Preto. And we have the northeast that's most famous for the beaches and as you can see, the Salvador, Lençóis Maranhenses and stuff like this. So it doesn't matter what you would like to see, you can find it in Brazil. So that's an important topic for people coming to Brazil for the exchange programs. In Brazil, we have something called SUS, and you can see the logo of SUS down there. It's the Brazilian Public Healthcare System. It means Sistema Único de Saúde. And you'll be able to come here and know at least a little bit of how it works. The main principles of SUS are universality, equality, and integrality. So, social participation, regionalization, decentralization, it means that anyone that is in Brazil that needs to do anything related to healthcare can do it. It doesn't matter if you can pay it or not, if you are from Brazil or not, or whatever. And SUS is in the federal constitution, so it's a right for everyone that is in Brazil, especially for the citizens. But if you are from whatever you are and you come from Brazil, you have the right to use it. So it was created in 1989, and it is the largest by number of people that use it and geographically government-run public healthcare system in the entire world, and it's completely free for everyone. So I'll talk a little bit about Scopy. That's the part of the exchange programs that I actually work with. We have many departments from family medicine to organ transplantation, and you can find those things on the exchange conditions pages, the explore pages, and it's easier if you go there because we have way too many LCs, so I don't even know how to tell you how many we have. And you will work under the supervision of health professionals. So here you can see a QR code for the exchange conditions and another one for the explore page. I hope that it works because I just changed it before it started because I found out that the old ones were expired. So I think that it's easier if you go to the exchange conditions and you have to read everything to make sure that you can come to Brazil actually. So here's vaccination is mandatory for the next season. The vaccination for yellow fever and COVID will be mandatory. So that's the important thing to know. And you also have to do a PCR, but that's currently the thing that we ask related to COVID. And as for the handbook, you need to have at least 80% of presence and you need to do your evaluation form to receive the certificate. And the level of studies may vary according to the LC, so you need to go to the Explore page and the exchange conditions to make sure that you can go. So about the local committees, we actually have more than 70 LCs receiving students with good academic quality and social programs. It includes cities like Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, Belo Horizonte, Jundiaí, Vassouras, Pouso Alegre, and many others. So each LC has their specific months that they can receive, as well as departments. And for the academic quality, we understand that is a main point for the exchange program. So I just gave two examples of academic things you may do when you come to Brazil. So in UFPB, you have this thing that they talk about different types of healthcare and they talk about local culture. And in UNESCO, there is this extension programs that you visit nursing homes. So we have this lodging and godfather system. It works like you come to Brazil and you stay at a student's house. And besides the student that it's the person that you're staying with, you have this godfather or godmother that it's someone that will guide you through your exchange program. So you have someone to actually help you when you come here. About the transportation, arriving in Brazil is actually really easy. There are many airports in Brazil, so you can just use like Skyscanner or Google Flights to look for the cheapest one, and they will tell you where you need to go to arrive at the place you have to be. And the transportation to your clerkship varies from LC to LC. Like in my OC, most people live nearby the university. So if you're doing something that is in the university, you just need to walk. And if you need to go to the hospital, it's like 10 minutes. But some other places may be a longer time than this. So about the national social programs, we are planning on implementing it on the summer months. So it's January and February, but we currently do it only in July and August. Those are the months that we receive the most incomings, so that's why. And as Brazil is such a huge country, uh, the national social program may not be nearby to where you are, but you can again go to like Skyscanner or Google Flights and maybe see if it's going to be possible for you to travel to the place, if you can spend that money. So I just put here some pictures of the last social programs before the pandemic started. And I have one last video before I end my presentation.
Adeneia de quê? De luta. E adeneia de quê? De luta. Adeneia de quê? De luta.
So that was my presentation. You can see here that there are more, 4 more QR codes, one with the international Instagram of the name Brazil, one with the Twitter, one with the Facebook, and one with our website. You can actually put it in Spanish or English, and under there you can see my Instagram if you want to ask me something, and the new Instagram, Sabrina. So yeah, that was my presentation. If you have any questions.
Thank you so much for the presentation. It was really good. And yes, we have 2 questions. One is, how long does the exchange last?
Yeah, it lasts 4 weeks.
Okay. And the other question is that it's a trouble, like if the people who it's going to the exchange didn't know Portuguese, like it's like a big trouble, or with English it's okay?
Well, we have in our exchange conditions, you don't have to speak Portuguese. If you have a English certificate, it's enough for you to come. So we have some LCs that need to you need to speak Portuguese to go to. So if you don't speak Portuguese, you just won't be selected to that LC. But it's no problem. We will just put you to another one. So you don't need to worry about it. And also, since you speak Spanish, uh, you probably understand most the things of what people are saying, and we will also understand what you're saying. So you can just like talk slowly in Spanish, and we can work it out. So for you, I think that it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, you need a English certificate to come.
So the last question that we have, it is, which is the most place visited in Brazil?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, let me a second. So, which is the most visited site in Brazil?
Oh, the most, is it like the city? Is that what you mean, where people go to the most? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so well, obviously, when we talk about like leisure tourism, we talk about Rio de Janeiro. That's where most people want to come when they come here to Brazil. But you have to have in mind that we have a limited number of spots for Rio. So it's maybe you put Rio as your first option, but you won't come to Rio, you will come to another place. Um, but you always have the chance to go to Rio for like the weekend or something, and you can enjoy there. There's the northeast of the country. That's I think that most people from outside of Brazil don't know this part of the country, but I 100% would advise you to put it as your options because it's a really nice place. And for like work kind of travel, I would say that São Paulo is the most visited city in Brazil. And I would also recommend you to come to São Paulo. And even if you don't stay in the city of São Paulo, you can go there if you're nearby. Like my LC is just next to São Paulo, and you can take a train. It's like 1 hour to get there. So I would say that those are probably the most visited places in Brazil, but there are also other famous places like Manaus in Amazon, and we have Brasilia, that's our capital, and some cities in the south of Brazil, like Florianópolis and Curitiba.
We have another question. Which areas are the most requested in the hospital for the exchange and why?
I'm sorry, which are the most, what, for hospitals?
Which areas are the most requested in the hospital for the exchange and why?
Oh, it's the same as what I said right now. It's people just want to go to the like the most famous places. I think that's just the natural thing because when you are outside, you only know like the biggest things like Rio, São Paulo, and whatever. But I can guarantee to you that sometimes when you go like to the interior of the country, the experience is more like real, authentic, I don't know, than if you go to those big cities. So don't be sad if you don't come to Rio or to São Paulo or to Curitiba or Brasilia or whatever, because I'm sure that the hospital experience and everything will be great for you. But I think that a good thing when you talk about where you're staying is if you think about what you want to see, then you can choose better the LCs that you're putting. Like if you want to see tropical diseases or something, maybe it's smarter if you put the north of the country and not the south and stuff like this. If you want to see heart diseases, you put like the richest places and not the poorest, and you know, like things like this.
Okay, our last question is, who would be the person who picked up that incoming in the airport? At the
Oh, can you repeat the question? I think that my internet connection it's leaving me.
Okay, who would be the person who picked up the incoming at the airport?
Oh, the person would be either the Leo or the Lore, or as I told you, we have this godfather, godmother student. So this person should take you to the airport, but you don't need to worry about it. You will have help to arrive at your destination, so you'll be safe.
Okay, that was our last question. We want to say thank you so much for accept our invitation of this project, and we really love your presentation. So I really believe that all the people that is watching right now that YouTube transmission want to go and proceed right now.
Thank you so much for the time and for the invitation.
Yeah, thank you for accepting the invitation for this project. We're really happy for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that will be everything. So goodbye, and again, thank you for everything.
Bye.
Bye.